Ryan, let's go on out. No. Whole lot of nothing to see through these parts at the moment, but hey, you gotta do what you can from time to time there. Oh, there's something here.
Do you mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means that you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money? What happens if you do something that I don't like? You're going to give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Could you just go?
Pathetic.
What a prize brat. But why would he carve that into a tree? Either he's a die-hard rock fan, or there's more to that symbol than meets the eye.
Arguing with a policeman like that is indeed a crime. Also, where did the girl go? There's a girl here as well, and she's completely vanished. Anyways, let's go meet Ryan.
Ryan!
Yes?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, is that alright?
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
Drink, Inspector.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine? Well, yes, she was. All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well, we have reason to believe there may be rather more to it than that.
Really? Well, then, in that case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
This Ryan doesn't seem trustworthy. So let's ask him along the line of everything that we know. So, just gonna not interrupt and just ask him everything and then see if he has any contradictions here.
I believe the last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday, then you came straight back with some of the students, is that right?
Yes, I like to have a glass of port or two after a long day, and benefits of being married to the landlady.
How did she seem that night?
The landlady?
Kate.
Oh, Kate. Well, she was her usual self, drunk.
That was usual.
It was for her, yes. I mean, it didn't impair her ability, though. She was a very bright star, lots of potential, very enthusiastic.
So she seemed to be enjoying the course?
Well, as far as anybody could tell, yes.
When did you first meet her?
When she joined, about 3 months ago.
And you hadn't met her before then?
No.
So you didn't suspect there was anything wrong?
Well, do you mean, did I expect her to drown herself? Of course I didn't inspect her. It was quite a shock. Nobody expected that.
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
You don't know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
Does Simon Thompson ride a bike, do you know?
I think so, yes. I think he drives as well, but I might be mistaken.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
Know what this is?
Yes, it's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's supposed to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing them.
What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub?
Oh, Rebecca told me about it. I don't know how it got smashed, though. I told her to tape over it. We can't have anybody cutting themselves. You have to be very health and safety conscious these days.
Can you tell me about this?
Haven't seen that for a while. We had a friend who used to make them for us for the course. He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess, the mother, maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long after the pub opened.
No. I usually leave for the manor house about 6. I start preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
It took you weeks.
Don't be like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and I stole it.
Have you seen one of these before?
I believe that looks like a scrying mirror to me.
You have seen one before?
Well, I used to have one myself, actually, along with lots of other bits and pieces of that nature. Silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates, witchcraft, satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
But you're not into that sort of thing now.
Of course I'm not. I don't need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector. The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. You can't think, can he?
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil's sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean, exactly.
Okay, well, we ran through all that. Time to see if he has any contradictions that we can spot. Definitely our list of investigative clues is growing progressively longer as the game goes on. Last saw Kate at the Atlas meeting last Friday. Kate was drunk at the meeting last Friday. First met Kate 3 months ago in Atlas. Said Kate enjoyed the course and appeared happy. Hadn't suspected she had any emotional problems. Let's see if we can spot anything that's contradictory with anything. Has never seen this license before. Doesn't know if Kate had lost the license. Simon does ride a bike. Thinks Simon also drives, but isn't sure. Alright, hasn't tried Simon's homebrew. Bird and Cage, the symbol used on the course, has never bought a freedom necklace, has seen students wearing the necklace. Knows about the window, but this is not how it got broken. Told Rebecca to tape it over to prevent injury. Alright. Mask made by a friend who died last year. Symbol on mask represents the triple goddess. symbol does not using the actually. Wait, I will get back to this. I have a suspicion. Doesn't know about the arguments in the pub. Usually leaves for Atlas at 6 p.m. Starts preparations for Atlas at 6:30. Poster designed by an agency. Was the first poster for Atlas. Atlas name picked randomly. Used to have a black mirror himself. Used to read about black magic and satanic rituals. Doesn't believe in anything supernatural now. Hadn't heard about Liam's suicide. Had met Liam in the pub. Liam seemed happy. Thinks the fingers is a devil sign. Doesn't know how the finger symbol could be used. Let's see. Since Liam died a year ago, and this is a small town, when could that be Liam? Guess that is contradictory, though. We got things to discuss and think about. So, is Ryan saying any contradictions here? A lot of hand gestures mean different things to different things, so it wouldn't really surprise me if it both meant love, Spider-Man's web hand thing, and the devil, so yeah. Gotta mean like the far out dude, sir. That's what I first thought it was, actually. Let's see. Suicide, Liam in the pub, Liam seemed happy. Thinks that the devil sign doesn't know how the finger symbol could be used. Doesn't believe in anything supernatural now. But that means, what about the necklace? No, it's not contradictory. Okay. Let's see. I don't see anything immediately, but I can get back to them on that.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Alright, is there anything going on inside the meeting room? I haven't actually looked at this. Nope. 7 p.m. Let's make our exit. And I guess I do have the hand symbol to talk about with people around the town. Let's see if we can get anything out of that. Brian didn't give us many clues, but that means he probably has contradictions that we need to find out. Maybe there's more evidence we can get from elsewhere first. Just kind of checking things as I roll. No one's at the path end, right? We've met 2 strangers at the path end. Also, the last stranger we met went back into town somewhere. We didn't know where he went. Maybe we'll find him in the pub, because he was kind of drinking a lot, wasn't he? Okay, let's talk about these guys.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
All we have to really talk about is the three-finger symbol.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods, carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course, he's an idiot.
And where does he?
I can't remember, somewhere outside the village? The 3 fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The 3 freedoms.
The what?
The 3 freedoms? It's from the course. It's a phrase.
Free to be free?
Free yourself from the things that are holding you back, right? Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt, and doubting, self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
Free to be free. Not the most original slogan, but I wonder how far this freedom goes.
That also contradicts what Ryan said, because he said they didn't use it in the course, but yet he claims they do. So we'll get back to that.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Let's talk about it.
Do you know the phrase, free to be free?
Yeah. It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong. I don't agree with that.
No?
No. No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Simon think?
I don't know, but I don't think he agreed with that either.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
No. Why?
It's okay, thanks.
He said that so desperately. It's okay! Thanks. Alright, so obviously we should question Ryan.
That's
why
all for the moment, thank
he's
you.
lying to us. Alright. Ryan, I'm walking all the way through the woods for you. Another Ryan, just to talk about you lying to me. If you had just told me I wouldn't have to walk through the woods just to discuss this. I think there's a quick travel function in this game, but, you know, whatever. I can walk there. See all the little animations? Let's try the lounge door. Makes more immersion. Makes it feel like I'm actually having to walk through the woods just to ask him about this.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
The Atlas phrase. Let's talk about it.
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase, free to be free?
Free to be free, my favorite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realize their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
I'm just gonna try combining all of these till we find something. We know he's lying about this. Come on, we know what it means. We know that he knows what this means. It's used by you and he says he doesn't know what it is. Well, I guess we can't question that, but we did get more out of him, I guess. But still, though. Maybe that's something that we can contradict him about to learn more. I'll get back to you.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I'm going to actually take advantage of the fast travel thing for the first time in my life. Teleport! Let's go to Rebecca's pub. Whoop! Here I am. Let's go talk. Let's go left here and discuss more. The guy's really not here? I thought the drunk guy was going to be coming to the pub, if I'll be honest. Let's press the bell and talk to Rebecca.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Yeah. We have these two things, I guess, to talk about.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay. Ever heard the phrase, free to be free?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong.
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
Alright, I'm gonna look for contradictions once I'm done
Probably
asking.
be back later.
Let's leave for the moment. I'm going to check out the north lane because I didn't actually look at this more thoroughly earlier. Just to make sure there's nothing here to investigate or something. Don't see anything, though. Anything behind the pub at the moment? I still don't have a light source to check the back area. Eventually, I will have a light source and I can check back there. But I bet this room doesn't have much of a use until we have that. I'm just checking. Okay. Let's go left. I'm checking out the things. No, I'm not here. Anything behind the house at the moment? Probably not. I'm not surprised. Alright, heading my way downtown. Make sure there's nothing at the very end of the road. Apparently not. So let's talk to James, last person. He knows stuff about satanic stuff, so sure. Let's roll. After I'm done checking the greenhouse to make sure there's nothing there. Greenhouse. There's nothing hidden up here now, right? I don't think so again.
Simon mentioned another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill over there.
Oh, there is something here. Let's first go to this greenhouse, though. See that greenhouse? I actually think there's going to be another greenhouse. So let's go further up. Happy I investigated. Oh, that looks kind of nice. Let's go into the large greenhouse. And there's nothing to see here, so let's investigate.
I wonder if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but be interesting to see what he says about it.
Alright, new clue found. Let's go. James, we have a few things to talk about. James. Okay, I'm sorry, I was thinking that sounded a little too. Let's get out of this part. Ring the doorbell.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
We got a few things to talk about. Starting with the 3-finger symbol. Let's see what he thinks. Let's see if he thinks about the fucking devil.
If I did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah. It's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Have you ever seen anyone local using it?
Not that I remember.
Ever hear the phrase, free to be free? Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter. Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Yeah. It's just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Yeah, I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
So obviously, if that is actually mint, he mentioned about the brewery, or is it? It's like way back here. Sunsilver is very strong. Related, but not contradictory. I knew that was going to happen, but won some cookery competitions. Is that at all contradictory with anything it says here? I don't think it is, but it's something.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
To be fair, the mint was sealed in the bag, but it may not actually be mint. Seems a bit odd. Let's go around and talk to the peoples. Doing my rounds. Rebecca, can I talk to you about mint?
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Yes, Yes, I can. Let's talk to everyone about this then.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint. Where did you find this?
Magic mint.
Salvia divinorum. I used to grow it years ago. It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic. And legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure.
That's completely contradictory. If you used to grow them and you never... Okay. Well, we know something more now.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
We'll contradict you more later. For now, we need to contradict good old James here. To the Abbey Farm. Ring the doorbell now.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
What's that? Skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never heard of Salvia?
No.
Doesn't know much about plants. Want some cookery competitions? I don't know. Seems a little bit contradictory to me, but... Never heard of Salvia. Packet contains mint leaves. No? Packet contains mint leaves. Never heard of Salvia. Come on. There's an obvious contradiction here. Why did you take a course on plant? Right. Let's go back. Then socialize with her. Try to have some room. Recognize the card necklace. Does not recommend this. Has been pub for 2 months. Has recognized the mask. Doesn't have no arguments. Discuss assignment. Makes box grammar. Scrying only makes fear for others. Sells ways to make profit. Was in Leon's James degree is in plant science. Right. Doesn't know much about plants, you fucking liar.
Aha. So, your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of Salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Maybe.
And you do grow it?
Yeah, it's legal, why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else? Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later.
The only drug he grows? I'm not sure I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing a legal one?
Never heard of Salvia, doesn't know much about plants. Pack contains mint leaves, won some cookery competitions. We need to look for more contradictions because we haven't gotten anything out of this yet. Grow Salvia for his private use only. Grow Salvia for his private use only. Uses Salvia for meditation. Doesn't grow any other drugs. Is there anything to contradict this? Because that didn't give us much for other people. Let's see. Can't remember last name. It's not Kate. His girlfriend didn't socialize with her. Doesn't know if Kate had lost the license. Didn't know about Simon Spike. Lost my assignment a month ago. Trade his herbal tea for Simon's homebrew. I mean, I'm pretty sure it wasn't just regular herbal tea at this point. Yep, that was it. Knew it.
When you say herbal tea, Do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew. So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you give it to anybody else? How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
Didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. You don't know about Third Eye. You know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them, single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you? Look. They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know. We can make your life better sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program to make them compliant. And selling them on. It's all there.
What do you mean, selling them on?
Selling them. Objects, commodities.
To who?
To anyone who could afford them. Top politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
What for?
You don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up to them and threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give a damn.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Exactly what I'm saying. So I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide, but there's no way.
So, did you ever actually meet Liam?
I found out about him.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
Well, it's obvious, you can tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. And I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. I mean, US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented, you can read about it. They showed all the same signs.
So, did you ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
From what people said who'd been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
But that was just after Liam died.
Yeah.
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
Maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
Well, that was a lot to take in. Does James really believe all this stuff? This is the first I've heard about Third Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is one?
Well, I think we got everything we can get out of him for the moment, so yeah. Now, there was some cult activity going on here. Now, is the cult responsible?
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
But we certainly have more to investigate. Third Eye magic. That was a lot to take in quickly, so let's, I guess, walk over this direction. No, there's not much there. Nah, we're good. We're gonna go over, I think we can probably investigate a little bit more with the clues that we have collected from these people. Head to the center into Rebecca's pub. Let's go inside. I'm still wondering if the drunk guy returned here to the bar, so... No, that's fine. Let's go back then. Let's talk to Rebecca.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Alright, obviously ask her about the Third Eye.
Have you seen this before?
Don't take any notice of that.
Why?
James Wilson is a fantasist. He spends his time pretending to cast spells in the woods. He's not exactly a stable person. And, I heard that he was involved with growing cannabis.
Really?
Well, don't quote me on that.
So you don't think there's any truth at all to this?
None at all.
Okay, thinks James Wilson is a fantasist. James casts spells in the woods. Or James grows cannabis. No
Be
treatment
back
required.
later on, if that's okay.
I'm not gonna look for contradictions until I'm done following my clue chains. Thanks for watching the video. I'd very much appreciate if you take a moment to consider donating to my Patreon, which I am using to try and make this more of a livelihood, not just for missed game videos, but little games I make in my own time, and to bring different types of videos to the channel. You can find the link for my Patreon in the description below, or in the video, obviously. If you'd be interested in seeing me recording gameplay videos and doing other things live, I stream quite regularly and record almost all my gameplay over at a site called Hitbox TV on my channel. You can also see that in the video currently. Hope you enjoyed the video, and adieu.